Have you ever wondered why so many of the biggest tech companies in America have Indian names at the very top? Sundar Pichai at Google, Satya Nadella at Microsoft, and Shantanu Narayan at Adobe. And thousands of Indian engineers working behind the scenes at the companies that power the digital world. For decades, Silicon Valley sold one simple idea. If you're talented enough, you can come here and build your future here. For millions of Indians, that promise became a dream. Students studied harder, engineers learned new programming languages, and families took education loans so that young professionals boarded flights and get an H-1B visa in the hope of building a better future in the US. But today, something seems to be changing. Tonight, we ask a difficult question. Has America started turning against the very people that helped build its own technology empire? Well, Silicon Valley did not become one of the world's tech hub or maybe a technology capital just by relying on the American talent. It attracted brightest minds from across the world, especially from India. Now, during the tech boom of the 1990s and early 2000s, American companies desperately needed engineers. India had exactly what they were looking for: highly skilled software professionals. Thousands of Indians moved to California. They designed computer chips, built software, and developed cloud systems and created technologies that billions of people use today. Today, people of Indian origin make up nearly one-third of Silicon Valley's tech workforce. Well, estimates suggest that nearly somewhere around 50,000 to 75,000 Indian tech professionals working in the region currently. And Indians didn't just write the code. They became the CEOs. Sundar Pichai now leads Google, Satya Nadella transformed Microsoft, and Shantanu, well, leads Adobe. Former PepsiCo CEO Indra Nooyi became one of the most respected business leaders in the world and was of Indian origin. Now, these stories became a symbol of American dream, but success sometimes creates a very different kind of reaction. And this is where the story becomes more complicated. Over the past few years, debates about immigration have become much louder in the United States. Now, many Americans argue that foreign workers are taking jobs that should go local to the local citizens. Since India receives the largest share of the H-1B visa, they have increasingly found themselves at the center of that debate. Now, social media has made the situation even more intense. Anti-Indian and anti-South Asian comments have now become far more common online. Researchers have found that online slurs targeting South Asians increased sharply over the recent years. Videos showing Indian families being told to go back to India have gone viral and have been going viral. They've never stopped. Several Hindu temples across the United States have also been vandalized in the recent years, creating concerns among many Indian American communities. So, these incidents do not represent, well, all Americans, as millions of Americans even today continue to welcome immigrants and value the diversity. However, they do show that a section of the society is becoming more hostile towards the immigrants, especially during the periods of economic uncertainty and political debate. So politics has also added fuel to this discussion. Some political leaders have questioned the immigration policies and claimed that the system is being misused. Immigration has become one of the biggest election issues in America, and H-1B visa, well, often part of that conversation. For Indian professionals now, this creates uncertainty. Even after getting a high-paying job, many spend years waiting for permanent residency just because of the massive green card and the visa backlogs. Some wait for more than a decade also. Others spend their entire career renewing those temporary visas while hoping immigration rules, well, they do not suddenly change though. The uncertainty affects every major life decision: buying a home, changing a job, starting a new business, and even planning a family. Now, many Indian professionals say that they never feel completely secure because their future just depends on the immigration policies that can change with every new administration. But you know what? There's another side of the story. Indian Americans remain one of the most successful communities in the US. Their median household income is estimated around $150,000 per year, far higher than the national average. Now, nearly 70% of the Indian Americans hold college degrees, making them one of the America's most highly educated communities. They play major roles in tech, medicine, finance, research, entrepreneurship, and higher education. And they also contribute billions of dollars to the taxes and help divide innovation across the American economy. Now, this brings us to the biggest contradiction. America says that it wants the world's best talent. Silicon Valley was built by attracting the global talent too. But when the immigrants became highly successful, some begin questioning whether, and that contradiction lies at the heart of today's debate. Is this simply about jobs, or it is about changing demographics, politics, polarization, and growing nationalism? Well, the answer is probably a mix of all three. Economic slowdowns often increases competition for jobs. Now, political campaigns make immigration a major issue. Social media amplifies the fear, anger, and misinformation. Well, it travels much faster than facts. And that's why immigrants often become the easy targets. That does not mean that American dream is over. Well, it is far more from over. But the United States continue to have the world's leading universities, the biggest tech companies, and one of the strongest innovation ecosystems anywhere around the world. And thousands of Indian students, thousands of Indian professionals, all of them still choose America every single year because of the opportunities remain enormous. But the journey today is very different from what it was 20 years ago, or maybe 25. The path has become longer, the roles have become more uncertain, and the debate has become far more political. Perhaps the real question is not about whether Indians built the Silicon Valley or not. Well, history already answers that. But the bigger question is whether America can continue leading the global innovation while becoming less welcoming to the very talent that helped making it very successful. Because in the end, Silicon Valley was never just about tech. It was about an idea, that belief that talent could come from anywhere, also from India by the way. Whether that can survive may shape not only America's future, but also the future of innovation.